Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed a tutorial on this look, a very bronzy copper, dewy, kind of monochromatic makeup look. I've got a lot of requests from people on my Instagram or on my Twitter to actually do a tutorial on this look, and from my friends as well, because every time I wear this particular pigment on my eyes I get so many compliments via people at university or in a shop or in the street even. So I decided to film a tutorial on this look, and I got this new lipstick from MAC, and they just came out with like this 20 or so shade collection for matte lipsticks, so I decided to film a video with these as well. And I changed my highlighting routine just a tiny bit, and a couple of stuff. So I hope you enjoy it, and if you like me, if you like what I do, keep on watching. I will see you soon.
Hello beautiful people, so I am fresh faced and moisturized and ready to get on with this tutorial. So I'm taking this MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Primer in the pink shade, which I really love because it's got tiny particles of glitter in them and make the look just come together when you're doing a dewy, luminous look. Now I'm taking one of my favorite foundation combinations, which is the Makeup Forever Foundation Stick in Ultra HD, and I just realised it was nearly empty, which was really sad. And I'm using this in the outer perimeter of my face in Y445 because, as you can see, I'm pale AF. So I'm taking this foundation that I usually wear in summer for the outer portion of my face, and I'm taking my Hourglass Seamless Vanish Foundation Stick, that is a mouthful, in beige for the inner perimeter, which is going to allow me to highlight my face and contour it already, and balance the fact that my foundation is so dark for my skin tone on the outside. And I'm taking my beauty blender to blend this foundation all out. I really love this combination because it makes my skin really radiant, really dewy, and literally it has really the best amount of coverage that I could ask for at this point. So for anyone that's looking for a new stick combination, I think I'd suggest you mix these two together. Okay, so now my face and neck are covered in foundation and perfect. So I'm taking my Charlotte Tilbury setting powder next, and this Morphe, I think it's E2 brush from the Elite 2 collection, and setting my entire face. I think in this case I decided not to set the areas where I am going to apply concealer later on, except for my forehead, because I've got a line that I need to make sure doesn't crease. So now I'm taking my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in medium neutral and applying it right under my eyes, and taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium for the lower part of my highlight, because this Tarte Shape Tape is really drying for my under eye, and my under eyes are literally the wrinkliest and like driest parts of my body ever, which is quite weird to say at the moment. Anyway, so that's why I apply it only on the lower portion, and I'm taking my beauty blender to blend this all together. I always look like I'm beating my face when I do this, but I'm actually not. Okay, so now this is done, the concealer is all blended. And now I'm going to set my under eye and Anywhere Applying Concealer with my Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm not going to bake today, just going to apply the powder where I don't want the foundation, where I don't want the concealer to crease. Okay, so now all the foundation and concealer is set. So I magically have brows on thanks to the Anastasia Beverlyhills Caramel Brow Definer, which is my all-time favorite. And I'm taking the Urban Decay Priming Potion to prime my eyes. It's the original one. I've not used this in ages, and I found it again when I was cleaning out all my makeup, and I was just like, why have I stopped using this? I loved it. So I'm using it again today. And now I'm taking one of my all-time favorites as well, the Anastasia Beverlyhills Self-Made palette. This was a limited edition. I keep using it probably at least once a week. And I'm taking this shadow, it's called Butter, I think, or Buttery, to set to my concealer with a Kiko brush. Now I'm taking my Morphe M441 and this shadow, I think it's called Sherbet, but I'm not sure, from the Self-Made palette, and applying it everywhere in my crease. As you can see, I'm not being really that precise with it. I'm just kind of like washing it everywhere from my crease, kind of a little bit towards my brow bone as well, but not too much. So now I'm ready to take my Dose of Colors Sunset Pigment. So it comes with a base, a gel base, and the pigment under it. And literally these Dose of Colors Ideal Duo pigments are the best pigments I've ever tried. I'm taking my MAC, I think it's 441, I think, brush. And applying the base with it. If you're looking for a like cheap alternative to the Tom Ford pigments, get your hands on these. They're sold on Beauty Bay for the people living in Europe, and otherwise you can get them on the Dose of Colors website, I guess, for people living in the US or something. But literally they changed my life. I've got 2 of them, and I really want to purchase more of them because they're absolutely amazing. As I told you in my intro, I get compliments about this pigment every time I wear it, and the other one that I own, the mermaid one as well. I get compliments every time. They're just so blinding, so easy to work with. It's incredible. So I've sprayed my brush with Fix Plus and dipped into the pigment, and look at this. How blinding, how rich it is. It's really beautiful. I really like the colour. I'm always in love with these bronzy copper tones for any season, any time of the year. I think they just complement a lot of skin tones because they're just so universal. So I'm spraying my brush again to be able to apply the pigment on the other side. The application is really easy. There is a bit of fallout, which you will see me wrong brush, which you will see me take off in a second, but because I applied the powder before under my eyes, they didn't stick, and I'm just going under my eyes in flicking motions to make sure that the fallout goes off. And now I'm taking my Kiko Fluffy brush, and this shadow from the Self-Made palette, and just deepening my crease in the slightest way. You see, I'm not applying too much pressure. I'm literally just going slightly under the colour that I applied it as a transition colour, and over the pigment. And this will make sure that the pigment and the other shadows are blended together as well, so that there are no harsh lines. so now I'm taking this small detailed sleek brush and the same sherbet shadow that I applied in my crease and just washing it through my lower lash line. I'm also making sure that the shadow connects with the upper part of my eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm taking this Kiko flat brush and the same brown shadow that I applied in my crease and applying it only on the outer portion of my lower lash line because I don't want my eyes to be too closed or anything, and I just want a bit of definition and depth on the outer portion. And now I'm taking my MAC Photogravure pencil, which is my favourite, you know this. It's just really nice brown pencil, and applying it in my waterline. And now for my brow bone highlight and inner corner highlight, I'm mixing this 2 shades from the Anastasia Glow Kit in That Glow, which is bubbly and dripping in gold. It's really pretty, and I think it complemented the eye look really well. I'm using a Morphe brush, by the way. Love it. Now taking my Morphe small detailed brush for my inner corner. I didn't want it to be too blinding because I really wanted the focus to be on the pigment that's on my eyes. Okay, so this is done. I'm applying Samantha lashes from Huda Beauty and Lancôme mascara off camera, and I'm taking my Urban Decay Bronzed Beach bronzer with this Morphe M427, I think it is, brush. It's one of my favourite, and bronzing up my face. And now I'm taking a bit more of my Laura Mercier translucent powder and cut in my contour because I wanted it to be really snatched and perfect. Oh, and by the way, you'll see later on, I absolutely forget to wipe the powder off, so it'll be an interesting look, but I finally realise it at the end, so you'll see. And now I'm taking my Anastasia Beverlyhills Peach Nectar highlight and my Zoeva 105 highlighting brush and applying this on the high points of my face. So you can see it's a really nice, subtle, cute peachy highlight, which I really like. But in a second you'll see that I'm going to layer a second highlight after I apply some Fix Plus, because you know me, I'm always extra, always wanted to glow for the gods. And now I'm taking this MAC Modern Mandarine blush and this sleek makeup blush brush and applying it on the apples of my cheek. Okay, so now you'll see me setting my face with Fix Plus when I've not brushed the powder off, but oh well. And I look at myself in the mirror, but I'm just going for it. Oh dear, it happens, it happens. Okay, so now I'm taking this highlight I was telling you about, the MAC Oh Darling highlight, and my Morphe I think it is 331, my just favourite highlighting brush, and applying it on top, and look at this. I was shook. I was loving it. The intensity of this highlight when you apply it after having applied your Fix Plus is absolutely amazing, and it complements the Peach Nectar really well. So if you're looking for a trick to make your highlight even more beaming, apply both highlights, but apply your second one after you applied Fix Plus. So yes, this is highlighting part done. So you see, I've still not took my powder off. So I'm taking my Kylie Cosmetics 22 lip pencil and lining my lips. Kind of like this powdery look. I think I'm starting a trend out there. Okay, so now I'm taking this MAC Cold lipstick from their new their recent matte releases. I absolutely love it. I think the colour is just beautiful. And I'm applying it everywhere on my lips. Type of grey, brownish, cold colours are perfect for spring, summer, winter, anywhere you want to wear them really. And that is it.
Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I tried to make it as simple as I possibly can. There's only like 3 eyeshadows I think on my eyes today. So I hope you really enjoyed it. Feel free to subscribe to my channel or follow me on Instagram. And like this video, comment any suggestions that you would have for me in the future or anything you would like to say to me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!